listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumpin' where the dang late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather.
But that's who he is. We want to reflect what this city is about, and this group is doing that. To see this community and everybody come together in the Smoothie King Center like that was just special for our guys. They've worked so hard.
And Saddiq Bey had a really big game. Just kept coming up with play after play on offense. What can you say about his performance tonight? He's
been incredible all year. You know, he's built for these moments. Doesn't shy away from it. You know, he made big shots, timely shots. He was fantastic. You know, and I know that group was gassed, and they gave us everything they had. I just kept rolling with them. You know, there's, you know, some substitution conversation going on, but you know, I was going to ride with that group, and Saddiq was great. Gave us everything he could, and we'll get him a cold bath. You know, get him in the cold bath and get those legs ready. And but he was special tonight.
And obviously, Saddiq's play made it a lot easier, but the decision to roll with those guys instead of putting Zion back in fourth quarter OT, just kind of what went into that thinking and how tough
that group was rolling. That group was rolling, and these are tough decisions. It's gonna be like this every night. Who do you go with? And you know, that group had momentum, and I tend to stick with momentum. And again, we had conversation along the way, but and at some point, you know, the whole group had been sitting there for a bit. We could have tried to, you know, bring somebody in off the bench cold, but I just thought that group, we had enough timeouts. There was enough rest with the overtime break to roll with them, and that's what we did.
And just how do you put into words what Herb was able to do in that second half, defending KD, getting all of those steals?
We turned the whole game, you know. Just I think he had 8 steals. I don't know how many were in the second half, but he turned the game with his physicality and aggression and energy, and he was phenomenal tonight. He was phenomenal. I mean, we don't even come close to turning that game without him. And but everybody collectively, we just swarmed the ball. You know, DQ was up in the pick and roll and, you know, trapping, and Saddiq was down there. I'm sure Jose made a few plays. They were battling on the board. There's going to be a number of plays that none of us saw that we just came up with a 50-50 ball or battling on the board down there somehow, some way, you know, obtaining the ball. So just really proud of this group to keep fighting, and it started with Herb Jones.
And, you know, considering just how tough the first few months of the season were and how many tough losses you guys had to deal with, you know, winning 3 straight, getting a win like this, what does it do for your career?
Well, we're not looking back at that. You know, we're past that. We're building an identity. It's about now. The past is the past. We don't sit there and woe is us and look at our record. We get up the next morning, we get back to work. Same thing tomorrow. We're going to enjoy this tonight, and tomorrow it's about getting back to work. It's about the process, looking at what we did well, what we did poorly. But nobody's looking back. Like we're looking forward. There's a lot of season ahead of us, and I just look forward to growing with this group. And tonight, I thought we took a major step forward, and now the goal is to keep our foot on the gas. Don't look back. You know, look forward. Stay together. There's room for improvement off tonight. Obviously, that first half is going to teach us some lessons. when we watch the film, we own it, and we get better.
I felt like this is one of the more complete performances that we've seen from Derek Queen and against a guy like Alfred Schengen.
Yeah.
What can you say about his play in the second half?
Well, he stood the test. You know, they were going back and forth at each other, and he held his ground. You know, was able to make some big plays in the paint. I thought he improved as the game went along, and I think DQ tends to do that. I'm learning this kid, but he, you know, as the game, you know, gets further down the line, he tends to step up. He likes the big moments, you know, and he responded extremely well. And that's a tough cover. I mean, Sengun is one of the best centers that you're going to ever go against, and he held his own. Obviously, there's things to learn there, and there's some growth there. You know, we weren't perfect all night, but to see him stand there and battle possession by possession, make big plays, big shots, big rebounds, big blocks, that was a step forward for the young fella.
How important has it been just Herb and Trey really stepping into that role as leaders, as being the guiding force for these guys as they kind of get more comfortable? Obviously, Herb getting healthier. How big has that been, those guys really stepping to the forefront?
Well, those guys have been here. I mean, you know, they're pillars of this organization. They've been doing this, you know, even before I was here. You know, these guys were major pieces, and obviously they're growing into their roles. And I'm really proud of that. They've stepped into these leadership roles. And I'm seeing that in the form of communication, keeping us steady, not getting too high, too low, just coming and doing our work. And, you know, in a timeout, making sure we're settled, that's leadership. And, you know, throughout this year, we've needed that through the highs and the lows, and they've kept us steady. I think it's been a steady leadership. They've both become more vocal. They're taking ownership of this team. To be a good team in this league, you have to have players, whether they're young, old, vets, step into that and take ownership of the team. Both those guys are doing that. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right. I see you, Coach Borrego. Shout out to Coach Borrego. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. Much love to the fan. Appreciate y'all for being in a 3-game winning streak version of the Pelican Postgame Report, man. And the Pels took care of business tonight, man. They improved, man, to 6-22. They're on a 3-game winning streak, man. Last time we had a streak like this, it went back to what, the 23-24 season?
No, actually last year we won 4 games from January 14th to January 20th. But that's the magic number, Q. We only go on 4-game winning streaks under the tutelage of Willie Green. One time we had a 6-game winning streak in, what was that, his first year here?
So you said it was in 24, DC? You said 4 games in 24?
Yeah, last year we won 4 games, 4-game winning streak.
Okay.
In our 49-win season, that's all we ever did was win 4 games. We get to that 5th game and lose.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was looking at this. They said in 2023, they defeated the Timberwolves, the Wizards, Charlotte, and then San Antonio. Blasted San Antonio by 36. They won 4 that year too. Regardless or not, man. Yeah, last year, the year before, it's been a while since we've seen them put a winning streak together more than two games, man, to be honest with you. And the Pelicans did it against the Southwest leading Houston Rockets, man, who Kevin Durant put up big numbers. Sengun almost had a triple-double, but nonetheless, the fighting, scrappy Pelicans delivered a blow in overtime, man. 133-128 to take the win and improve, man, to 6-22, man. An impressive win, man. We knew coming into this one, DC, we previewed it on the last broadcast, and we talked about the time they had off and the fact that they had one guy that was still on the minute, DeJounte Murray. Had all of the guys back. You could see how they were playing. It was kind of building up to a crescendo. And then the Pelicans, I said, man, listen, we got a lot of time the game plan for these people. We're going to have rest. They're going to have an opportunity to get some practice under their belt. And what did they do? They come in here, and they were down in this game and fought back and won. DC, go ahead. Early thoughts.
The ghost of Willie Green don't look like he haunting us so much, man. It's floating around still. We ain't fully got it out of here. But we would definitely lost this game under the tutelage of Willie Green. So it's good to see the Pelicans get in crucial moments at the end of a game, man, and be able to execute at a high level and get the victory, man. Big shots by a lot of players down the stretch, including Trey, Derek Queen, huge free throws. Sadiq was playing like the number one option tonight. You just had a lot of guys that chipped in and did their part, man. And excellent coaching from Borrego to be able to stick with that lineup that got us back in the game, coming from 25 points down, man. I think that's if I'm not mistaken, doesn't that tie like a franchise record for the biggest comeback for us? I think that ties our previous 25-point comeback with CJ McCullough against the Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. So this was a phenomenal game, man. Historic game for Herb Jones. Y'all know I forgot about him. 8 steals tonight, man, and just completely rattled Kevin Durant, man. It kind of broke up what he had going, because there was a point in this game, man, where it just looked like KD wasn't going to miss. Every time he took a shot, man, that shit was hitting the back of the rim. And they came out in the second half, and he still did a few things, but towards the middle of that third quarter, man, the changing moment, they pushed and pushed and pushed at halftime, got it from maybe 25 to like 16 or 18, came out third quarter, cut it down to 13 and going back and forth. And I think Herb may have got like his 5th steal, man, and he dunked. He dunked on Jabari Smith, I think it was, man. And after that, it's just like the whole tide changed, man. Houston had to call multiple timeouts, and you could just see the momentum shifting, and they couldn't do anything to get it back on their side, man. But they put up a fight, but you could just see it was just a matter of time, man. The Pelicans made their mind up, and they decided that they were not going to lose this game, because you had a lot of things you could point to when you go over the stats and statistics of why they should have lost. Yeah, as well as Houston, but they decided they was going to win, man. They just won.
Yeah, DC, man. Listen, man. Yeah, you're right, man. They were trailing by 25. They had a fantastic. They just got it together and turned it on, man. They had a 36-point quarter in the fourth quarter. It helped spur this thing. The second half was a turnaround, and the guts and everything came out for the Pelicans, and to show themselves up against Houston, Houston's a good team right now. They're on a 2-game. They're on a 2-game losing streak now, but still in all, they're a quality team, and to get a win in your home building against the Houston Rockets, man, is just a very good feeling, man, because we knew this is what the team is capable of competing. That's what I was saying earlier in previous streams, like we were talking about, that the fact that nobody wants to see a healthy Pelican team, man. Nobody don't want to see these people, especially if they're well coached, playing defense, and they don't have to be perfect, but the way they are starting to build a gritty mentality like we're seeing, man. And you heard what Coach Borrego talked about, the mentality of the team and the city that it reflects, and all this kind of stuff that Joe Dumas was speaking about in his pressers. We're starting to see that develop here, man. So it's just real good to see finally, man, after all of the losing, that we're starting to see some very positive basketball. The health of the team is looking good, man, and let's keep this thing going, man. Like I said, we can get on a winning streak, man. A more winning streak. We're on the streak now, but of course, get above 7-8 wins, man. This kind of make things interesting going into 2026, man. But yeah, go ahead, DC. You want to add to that before I pop these stats?
Most definitely, man. I mean, shit. You want this? This the nights you want to talk, right? The Pels go out and they do something like this, man.
Right.
This is probably the biggest win I think the Pels have had in almost 2 years, man, because there was nothing to look forward to last year. We never thought it was going to turn around last year. You were biding your time and kind of waiting. But this is the biggest win since the 23-24 season. And not sure what was the biggest win of that season. It's kind of fuzzy right now, but biggest win in a long time, man. And this is what you want to see. Like you said, this is showing This is showing some of the marks of what Joe Dumars was talking about a team competing, being able to go out and win against anybody, any given night. And I don't care how good or sad my team is. If they play like that, even
I'm
if
good.
it's a draft year and you know you're gonna be picking high, but if they compete like that,
You
even
can't
their
say
losses,
nothing,
man,
Right.
I watch every game happily, man. Still, you know,
Right.
you can't say anything. They did the best they could. And tonight, fortunately for us, that was a dub, man. And I think with the way that they played, and I was really looking at Zion too to see, like, you know, how does everybody feel about this? Because he's not getting back in the game. And I'm looking at and I don't think
Right.
Borrego gonna put him. Zion is the first person off the bench, dapping guys off in the timeouts. Jordan Poole wasn't tripping about not being out there.
Nope.
I'm like, oh man, they really buying into what James Borrego is saying, man. And it's good to see, you know, a coach with some nuts to step up and do what need to be done. And that's showing in your players too.
DC, listen, man, you're absolutely right, bro. This is the thing, though, and that's no small feat, right? To be real, bro, that's $70 million coming off the bench, 30 plus from Poole, and 39 from Zion. So I mean, that's a lot of money coming off the bench between those two players. But getting them to buy in to what you want them to do as a team is using its young players and guys like Sadiq and Herb, who stepped in there. Shout out to Herb. Herb's kind of him and Sadiq got that great defensive energy. You see them two playing off of each other. It's just phenomenal. Trey stepping up. It's just so great seeing that. Queens, the young fella. But like I was saying, man, at the end of the day, it's not an easy feat for Borrego to convince guys that's making $30+ million a piece to both come off the bench. That's no small feat. And in the way they're accepting their roles, man, that's absolutely just amazing to me, man, that Borrego can communicate them and understand what's going on. And they're buying in because the team is winning. I would understand it'll be a different effect if we weren't. It'll be a lot of frustration that will lead other places. But the team winning, man, what could they say? So I mean, it's just I just love it, man. I love what's happening there because Poole gave us some good points off the bench as well. Let's kind of touch down on some of these stats. We'll run through this stuff and get back into this game, man, because it was really phenomenal, man, to be honest with you. The gutty win by our squad tonight. Shout out to the Pels. 49-97 tonight. 51%. The Pelicans did hit 11 of 27 from downtown for 41%. Over the Houston Rockets. They went to the foul line 28 times and converted 24 of 28 for 86%. They completed, that's a lot, 28 attempts, and then you complete 86% of them. That really helps you kind of build down, kind of milk that lead down when you get to the foul line. They had that was terrific, man. Now they did get out rebounded by about 17, 58-41 on the rebounding edge, but nonetheless, the assist game 30-27 Houston way. They had 15 steals tonight, double-digit stealage from the Pelicans. The blocks 8-7 Rockets way. They did. Of course, those 15 steals, that's 20 turnovers by Houston with 16 points given up. The Pelicans only 12 turnovers tonight. 20 points given off them, but 12 turnovers. They won the fast break game 13-9, lost 66-64 in the points in the paint. And like I said, these people came from 25 down to get back into this game and kind of make things shake and force that overtime in the second half period. And of course, from an individual standpoint, man, look at the numbers on some of our guys, man. I mean, tonight, man, big minutes all across the board because of the overtime period, but big play nonetheless. Sadiq Bey led the effort for the Pelicans tonight. In 34 minutes, Sadiq had 29 points. He was 11 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown, and 4-4 from the foul line. Sadiq Bey was on one. He had 9 rebounds to go along with 2 steals, and he was plus 21. Then you look at 27 from Trigger Trey, another quality outing by Trigger Trey Murphy in 38 minutes, 27 points, 9 of 13. He was perfect from the foul line, 2 for 2, and hit 7 of 7 from the foul line, right? 3 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with what he had cooking tonight. 18 from Herb in 38 minutes. He fouled out, but nonetheless, Herb made his mark on the game. 18 points, 7 of 14 from the field. Herb hit a couple of
game, if you ask me, man.
He was awesome, bro. 2 of 6 from the downtown. He had 8 steals in this piece, 3 assists with 3 rebounds, and he was plus 19 by Trey. Derek Queen, 35 minutes from DQ, 7 of 16 from the field. 2 of 3 from the foul line, double night, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, plus 18. The big rook continues to impress. And Jay Fierce had 20 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 8. He had 3 rebounds with 4 assists, plus 5. Off the bench, 25 minutes and 15 points from Jordan Poole on 5 of 13 from the field. He was 2 of 7 from downtown and perfect from the foul line. Zion Williamson played 21 minutes, had 9 points. He was 3 of 9 from the field, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block for Zion in the matchup. 7 from Jose Alvarado in big minutes. He had 30 minutes, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown, 2 of 3 from the foul line. He had 6 assists and 3 rebounds in the steal. Plus 3. Jose was out there doing some great stuff as well. And other stuff, Carlo in 11 minutes had 3 points and 2 rebounds. Bryce McGowan's got 5 minutes, not much shaking. Eves, 6 minutes, not much shaking. These are just filling minutes at the end. But outside of that, this is what we got against teams, man. Like I said, those guys that Houston, Kevin Durant was out there, 32 points from him. Sangoon almost had a triple-double tonight, 23 from Thompson. Nonetheless, the Pelicans still just dressed to impress. They press down and stop the Rockets and get their 3rd straight win of the season. And now they're 6-22. And like I said, all we need to focus on, fam, is one game at a time and building up this streak, man. And before long, if we do that and keep playing like this, fam, you'll turn around and we got an 8-9 game winning streak. And we getting close right into the thick of things. By the time 2026 turn around, Pelicans going to be on pace for some stuff going on that might just kind of shock people here. We just need to keep this energy. Go ahead, DC. You got it, brother.
Yeah, great energy, man. And the Pels get obliterated on the rebounds, as y'all heard, man. And Houston had that double big lineup, and I'm like, damn, why we don't go to double bigs? And then I see it, in the third. They started just running the double team at KD and forcing the ball out of his hand. I'm like, oh, so that's why they don't want to put a double big out of there. They want to be able to continue to double him, frustrate him, and get the ball out of his hands, man. And they figured it out. And Sengun, he took 26 shots. He did his thing. But the Pels decided they wasn't going to let KD beat him, man. And I think that's a big reason why we got obliterated on the rebounds, but they forced 15 turnovers, man. But the main stat of the night for me, as far as the team statistics, is the fact that they only had 12 turnovers, man. Shout out to Jose, because Jose played a lot of that fourth and overtime, and Jose had no turnovers. And a lot of times he had the ball, he's pressing it, going up court, and I'm like, oh shit, come on, Jose, pass it. It looked like he about to lose control, but by the Jose metric, I guess he was very under control. 86% from the free throw line is definitely a positive sign for the Pels. My adage with the free throws is good coach teams generally shoot well from the free throw line. So that's
86% word, DC. That's very encouraging, bro. Right? 86%.
They free. You know what I'm saying? Free throws. And then you got Trey Murphy. I think he's only missed 1 free throw in the fourth quarter. Joe Myers kept saying that. And as you can see at the end of the game, Jordan Poole came out there, man, hit 2 big free throws. The brother is shooting 97% from the free throw line on the year. He missed a lot of time, but still, that's still kind of crazy. 97% from the line, man. So they definitely did that thing. Herb tonight, man, just defensively was a monster. Terrorizing KD, man, for about a quarter and a half. KD couldn't do nothing with him. I mean, he had 32, but if you didn't watch this game and you just look at the stats, you'd be like, Herb ain't stopping nothing. He ain't do nothing. But if you watch that third quarter and that fourth quarter at OT, you'll see why Herb Jones was team all defense, man. Then he gave you 18 points, man. Herb was playing the game of his life tonight, man. Defensively, he just was on another level. It was a phenomenal performance. And he still was able to turn in a very efficient night, offensively as well, even though it started a little rocky. They was leaving him open. Some of them threes, he was missing them. His offense looked a little flustered, or you seen him miss some layups. And he got it all together, man, and made it happen. And a lot of players missed layups tonight on the Pels, man. That was crazy. It almost felt like they had a lid on the rim or something, man. They just couldn't hit layups. They had so many opportunities and couldn't hit them, but they pulled it through. But Trey tonight with 27, man. Man, Q, remember when we set up here and you was in agreement with me? A lot of people in the chat was in agreement with me. Trey need to, not dribble so much and do this or that. And he needs to, man, Trey been doing all that shit. Since then, bro. The last 6 games, Trey has been playing phenomenal.
Yeah, but DC, let's not be, put the rose colors. The man wasn't doing that earlier.
No.
He improved that later on. So
no, I'm not like trying to take back our critiques of him. I'm just saying, since that point, he's been phenomenal, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true.
He got 27 points on 13 shots.
Very efficient. Yeah, Trey's playing really well, bro. That's a part of his success, man. Right. It's the efficiency. It's his overall game, bro. That's the thing about Trey Murphy is elevating. That's a part of many things that I'm noticing with the Pelicans is that you see guys like Trey Murphy improve the weaknesses in their game. And that's the intelligent part of it when you bring Borrego in to challenge the players to get better. I mean, we know what he can do. We know that when he puts the ball on the court and starts driving, we kind of hold our breath on that. You know what I'm saying? When he got to dribble in between people, we kind of put our breath and say, here go Trey. Trey, what you doing? But yeah, these guys are learning to improve those weak areas of their game. And as that improves, then you can see all that what is happening with the wins with the team. And they're playing really well together. And those guys are doing, you mentioned Herb, how Herb's playing his defense. You're right. In that second half, man, Herb Jones was doing some phenomenal things, man, defensively. So, I mean, Sadiq Bey was big in this game. Herb and Sadiq playing as well as they playing, and then Trey dropping 27 in there, and how he's playing the efficiency. Derek Queen,
man,
DC rebounding.
Derek Queen.
It's unbelievable, man.
Too. And this is a trend with Derek Queen, man, because he has these games, and his stats. You're like, man, Derek Queen took 4 shots tonight. Like, what's going on? But when he's engaged in the game, like towards the end of the game, man, like just any point in the game, like where we need something to happen, he's been stepping up, bro. Derek Queen was arguing with Udoka on the sideline, bro. A lot of players in the league kind of, they be kind of scared of Udoka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
Derek Queen over there arguing with him, man. I'm like, look at this shit.
Man, this guy is something else, man. And like I said, Joe Dumars gave up, a lot to grab him, and now you see why.
Double machine right there.
DC, he's the fulcrum. I mean, he sits there. I mean, they're counting on him like he was a 5-year veteran.
And he's delivering.
Yeah. And look at how it's nothing about his temperament that shows that he's a guy a rookie. It's like he's lived an NBA life in the previous life, and he just came back to finish his work. I mean, the guy is phenomenal, man, on how his composure, how he sees the game, how he sees the flow. So many areas of Derek Queen's game is so advanced as an NBA player, as a young NBA player. It's just phenomenal, man.
I was blown away, Q, at the end of the games. They're giving him the ball when we know the other team's trying to foul. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
They really trust him.
That's a lot of trust, bro.
And he went and knocked him down unbothered. I'm like, man,
the composure this kid has is unbelievable, man. This guy was born to be big time.
This shit ain't normal, bro. This ain't normal for no rookie, man. That's not normal at all.
No, it ain't, bro.
Fears is on another level too. This wasn't his night to shine, but Fears is nice too. And right. I would wonder if we were in these type of situations, maybe we'll get to see that. If we was in a similar situation, would they feel the same way about Fears? Because I think he got it too, man. I think this draft, everybody's talking about 2026, Q. I think this draft, remember last year when we were talking about the draft and all of that? I think this draft is everything that they said it was, man. We got Fears, we got Derek Queen,
Peavy.
We got Con Knipple, we got Peavy too. You know what I'm saying? You got the Cedric
Coward.
Coward dude.
Yeah,
You got
Coward. Yeah.
Cooper Flag dropped 42 points.
Yeah, they phenomenal.
And they talking about 2026 in the pick. So what, man, we might have 2 goddamn all-stars in one draft, bro.
It's amazing, bro, because the moves that he made, and like I said, I've been giving Joe Dumars a lot of comeuppance, or props. Let's say props. We've been giving him a lot of props lately because, he got so much, criticism for the trade, and still to this day they got these nerdy ass writers writing these things about him.
Well, I don't really like the process of the way they did. It's the horrible process.
And they said that I ain't gonna say what they said, but regardless or not, they refused.
It was the dumbest trade in a century.
Which you can't totally grade the trade until after it's all said and done to see what you get from it. So they were quick to come right on them.
Gonna give them.
And but the thing is this: he knew what he was doing. He got Fierce, who he knew would be a beast. He got Derek Queen. He gave up a lot to get Derek Queen. He still brought Peavy in. He brought Sadiq Bey in here to operate what we had going on. That was big. The trade to bring Jordan Poole in as well, Sadiq and Jordan in here. We've seen fruit from these guys, and then also the signing DeAndre Jordan. That was one of the silent biggest moves that he did, because bringing in DeAndre Jordan, the guy is just a massive positive influence on Derek Queen and guys like Sadiq Bey. Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears and Peavy. The guy is constantly explaining the game, talking to them, and you can see him mentoring these young guys. That was really big to bring him in here and do that. And then I mention guys like Bryce McGowan's, and it's just one line after one line and more in the same. So we're starting to see the positive in the additional players we traded to bring in with what we have, and now we're starting to see them build upon it, man. And let's just keep it rolling, man. I don't think this is, and I ain't gonna sour it, but I think this is a clear sign of a identity change. You can see them buying into it when guys start winning. They fighting grittily with a Houston Rockets team, who fighting back, and you clawing at them in your own arena. You have the pride to represent. This stuff is going. This is infectious type winning. Everybody buys in and they overcommit to it, and they keep committing, and everybody working hard. And we just got to keep pushing it through. This is what we've been asking for. This is what we wanted. We've been fighting for this moment, and we finally seeing the beginning of it. So let's just keep it going. Go ahead, DC, bro. Go keep talking about it, bro, because I know you got a lot to say.
we can go move on to the matchup, man. But before that, man, I just want to enjoy the moment, man. I think we should enjoy this. And what I'm seeing tonight from the Pels lets me know that the season ain't over. I don't know what they expect to accomplish or can accomplish, but I'm just glad we got basketball worth watching. And that's the other topic I wanted to touch on too, Q. Matter of fact, to propose a question at some point to you, to everybody in the chat. What are your thoughts on how Zion can fit this? Are we still of the same narrative of building up his trade value, shipping him out of here? Or is it something, are we seeing a change in Zion by him accepting the bench role? Or is this some type of strategy maybe they're using to not mess up the chemistry of that starting lineup? Because, Sadiq playing real good. You got Herb doing what he, like, who do you take out? What's the thing with Zion, man? He had 9 points tonight in 21 minutes. And when he was out there, he didn't have a really good game tonight. Steven Adams was in the paint. Double big lineups sometimes give Zion some problems depending on who those bigs are. I think Sengun was a bit of a problem, probably more KD than Sengun. But Steven Adams definitely knows his skill set, maybe how to guard him. Are we seeing a regression from Zion? Or is this just something they're holding him back to let Derek Queen go, or because of the minutes restriction? What's your thoughts on everything, and what's yours, Q?
I think Mo Borrego talked about it in tonight's presser. We talk about lineups and what works and what doesn't work. He mentioned the momentum, and he's going with the lineup that's winning, man. That has that vibe, man. That's what I see. And we remember we talked about this before of like bringing in guys that's injured and then throwing them into the lineup, and you might be winning games, and then all of a sudden you insert a player who was hurt into the lineup, and then it throws off the chemistry of the team. Well, Borrego knows that, you know, it took a lot of work to get to this point. So he's going to use the lineup that works and then figure all this other stuff out as we keep moving forward. Now, he'll have minutes for Zion, and I think it's a mixture of both because at some point, you know, it's the young guys team. You know, it's the young guys team. So at some point, you have to build up Zion's trade value. $39 million is a lot, and you see that the team is moving with guys like Trey Murphy and Jordan and Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen and Sadiq and these type of players. So at some point, you got to build up the man's trade value to trade him. But like I said, man, I just think they want to keep using what is winning, and you do not want to upset what you got going on. You got a mean chemistry in the starting lineup. Guys are knowing how each other are playing. They got chemistry now. It took a lot of losing to get that. You do not want to upset that. On the back end, you kind of move Zion in. And plus, he's still hurt. And they're going to kind of still operate with Zion with those little not ain't going to say kid gloves, but they also going to, be very cautious in how they use, in giving him his minutes and all this kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, I think it's a mixture of both. But Borrego made that very clear in terms of his lineups, that he's going with what works and the momentum of what he's doing. Those players had the momentum, and you see tonight, man, that's what it is. So he understands which guys fits best in his system, and he'll just keep working that out as we move forward. But at some point, you're going to have to find out something what to do with Zion. I think the team, in my opinion, is right before us. They're winning games without him having a large role, and he's the highest paid player. And usually when that happens, that guy end up going somewhere. He's not the center point of the team anymore, in my opinion. So that's just my take on it, man. But go ahead.
I think your assessments are spot on, but there's a little caveat to it. I don't think we've won enough games to say that we're going to move them along, but I think that is the trajectory of things. Like, they're tinkering with stuff and seeing how it's going to work and play out. There's still a chance, or I guess there'll still be an opportunity at some point where Zion will go back into the starting lineup and they gauge how that plays. And I don't really know how it's going to go, man. I think a lot of things are up in the air. I think it's they got everybody on the roster. Him, Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray is the for sure guy that I think is probably out. And I have no idea how they're going to add him in to assess his trade value and everything. But I don't see them in a rush to trade anybody. I'm sure somebody may get moved at the deadline, but Zion is an off-season trade if they decide to go that route. And I think at some point somebody might not be playing as good, or they might cool off from the streak we're on. Let's say we lose a game, certain matchup issues. I don't know, man. It's still a lot of basketball to be played in a lot of situations where I could see Zion, being added back to the starting lineup, obviously, when he's off minutes restriction. Is he still hurt? Because that could be a possibility too. Like, maybe he's not injured, but he's still hurt. So I don't know, man. I don't think they're writing him off yet. The way he's reacting to it on the sideline too has me thinking that maybe they've talked about all this, and they actually, for once, Q, and I want you to hear me, family, as well. The Pelicans, or we could say maybe James Borrego, actually has a plan. I think they actually have a plan, Q. And that is
Don't
very
say.
rare. That is very rare to see for this team.
Yeah, isn't that sad, man? And it's
You
sad.
gotta have a plan to do something like this.
Yeah.
Having Zion come off the bench, man. This is a well thought out, I think, plan. But it could go in a lot of different
But
directions.
listen, DC, and from a reality standpoint, the whole thing is you can't ignore the history either, right? All of the losing means something, like the losing just for this season, right? We lost all these games, losing streaks, getting blown out by 20 points, and losing in the last minutes of games, not being able to put games together when we had the game in hand, having floating weird quarters, which we don't fight to get back into, or having this really weird thinking, like when we get there, making mistakes that ultimately lead to us losing, this sort of thing. Finally, we get to a point where the guys are learning. They're learning how to win because they're doing more. Each guy is committing more time to it, and you can see it galvanizing. You can't really mess up the works by removing what's working and putting a player there who historically doesn't have the track record of success to stay there. We can't count on him, Zion, I'm saying, to be the center point of the team because of the injuries. That's already an established fact. That's why we have guys like Queen and Fears and these guys here, because Joe Dumars did something really brilliant, right? Instead of getting one piece and then the next year we get another piece and then another piece, he had some picks and he got two starters of the future. Those guys can work well with each other along with our, Trey, and then this can move along a lot faster. And you're seeing Zion is a force, but you cannot count on him physically. Like the guys are always hurt. He's missed more games than he played. I mean, we can't get away from that, right? So at some point, and then he's making $39 million. The mere fact that a guy coming off the bench, and eventually does he make his way into the starting lineup? Not unless something happened. I say no. The Pelicans playing like this, they would not dare upset the starting lineup by placing Zion in there. They won't do it. Borrego values the momentum aspect of it. He values the chemistry. He's finally gotten there. And like I said, man, Zion, and many times he's just aggression, passive aggressive type player, more passive than aggressive. And you see dogs out there. That's the whole point. Zion ain't no dog. He can't be you see Queen. Come on, fam. Queen. Somebody said Queen's a beast. Queen is a dog, man. Sadiq is a dog. Herb has rediscovered his dog because he's watching Sadiq Bey. Y'all seen what Herb looked like prior to Sadiq, and watching Sadiq Bey play, that inspired Herb, man. Herb's play is there now. Look how he played tonight. He playing off of Sadiq. That energy's there. That's how I heard, like, damn, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Trey is doing a lot better. You see synergy, you see defense, you see three-point shooting, you see Trey being more complete. You're seeing all these guys in the mix, and just Zion's just not, even Poole, $30 million. It's historical, man, that I'm saying we have $70 million of players all coming off the bench, dude. That's crazy work. So at some point, you'll see Murray. Murray's going to come back next year. Then you'll have that extra player. All I'm saying is at the end of the day that the future's already here in terms of what we're talking about. We know who Queen is. Queen is basically running the offense, guys circulating around him. He's at the top of the key looking for passes to make. He took a 3-pointer in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So the guy, his game, he's here. And it's not Zion anymore. And when he's out there with Zion, he's running shit, not Zion. Zion's playing off of him. Everybody, you see what I'm saying? So it's not the same anymore. You got a guy you play through, and Zion is a fixture of the past. Let's just not be nostalgic about it. Let's just call it what it is. He's a fixture of the past. You got guys here that's going to bring something for the future of the team. Zion is a fixture of the past. Sooner or later, they will get rid of Zion. If it ain't by the trade deadline, it'll be sometime in the offseason. Now, if they could make it work to have a playoff run, because that's very much in play too.
That's what I'm saying. Though, Q, Zion is the type of player, when he's utilized properly with spacing, like if he healthy, I can't just count him out. I ain't seen nothing to see where he's just like he got the Space Jam basketball and they took all his abilities to be able to play. but it's a matter of how does he fit in all of this, and that is
Right.
something that could
So you
be
saying in
very
terms
different.
of a postseason run, bro? That's what you're mentioning?
No, I'm saying that the whole totality of the season. Like, okay, if we're winning, right, and we're clearly winning, and we don't need Zion at all, like I see your point, but I don't see us talent-wise to be that dominant. Where Zion will not at some point be injected back into the starting lineup, whether that's due to injuries or let's see. I don't see Sadiq cooling off no time soon the way he been playing.
Right.
But,
I'm saying, yeah.
But let's say, one of the rookies hit a wall. Derek Queen's not picking up on defense, whatever, even though I think they can play together. It's a lot of things just going on here. And
I agree by injury, DC.
I don't see anything being just definite right
now.
No,
it ain't. It's not definite right now. I'm just saying, and I agree with what you're saying. He still gets you 20. He's averaging almost 22 points a game. He's still a force when his mind and his body is right. Right.
If you can put him out there and he actually, I'm just sick of seeing this 3-man wall shit they put up and he attacks to get a layup.
That's the point.
If we can figure out a way, or maybe that's the only way he can play. But if they can figure out a way to utilize Zion, I said Zion is a player. If you can get him 8 to 10 easy points a game, not including free throws, watch out. I don't care who the hell he out there with. Well, I may be the only person that still feel like that because everybody like, man, yeah, let's move on. But I see Zion and Queen as not. I don't see Queen as a Zion replacement as much as I see Queen as somebody who could elevate a Zion, as you seeing he do for Trey. It's all about getting easy, efficient shots. And with players like Queen, as well as Jeremiah Fears, and he's coming around with his facilitation, man, he's getting better and better every game. So the more good basketball players you have out there, you make the game easier. Shit, I ain't gonna say Zion. You mean to tell me Zion at his best ain't better than Derek Queen or Herb Jones?
If he there, that's the whole point. The point is the reality is the injuries. That's the problem with Zion Williamson, bro. Let's just call it like it is. That's the kid. His availability is the problem. The team has gambled with Zion Williamson up to this point. They've given him almost $40 million. He making $39 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the problem with Zion is what it's always been: availability. That's why the team is have a fallback option with Fears and Queen. But the thing is, how serious is the game for Zion Williamson where he doesn't have a mid-range shot that he shoots consistently? And not Fears, but Queen can shoot him. He has one. I mean, your boy is Trey Murphy.
He ain't hitting a lot. I like his confidence. Just big moments and everything, man. He ain't scared at all, man.
Oh, you will see.
That boy took a 3 and he missed it. But if he would have hit that three,
oh, the roof would have blew off.
Game would have been over, right?
Yeah, he would have blew the roof off. But I'm saying though, DC, this is the point. This guy's a rookie, man. This guy's a rookie, and he has a skill bag like that. Zion's been in the league for how many years now? 7 years? 6, 7 years?
I don't think he necessarily has to. Like, Zion is a hell of a slasher as well. And he got a good basketball IQ, and he can make good passes too. So
yeah, I get you that.
But players like that, like you put him alongside of other players. I don't think Zion is the type of player. It's like, you can't play with him.
I'm saying if he's healthy, he don't have an ego.
Well, that's
he can play with anybody. That's the point. He don't have an ego. He's not going to command the ball and get pissed off like you seen Durant get and dunk on somebody because they ain't giving him the ball tonight. He doesn't have an ego.
That's part of the plan that I think going on.
And also, DC, he's not available. You can't count on him.
Listen, they talked about Zion. To me, I think they might have something, or maybe it's just some shit they're trying that don't work. You could be right, but they talked about him. This is the first time I ever heard them talk about him being able to play his minutes while he under minutes restriction an extended period of time, because just as well as I do, bro. You play sports. I done play sports. If you going out there and you already dealing with injuries or little nagging stuff, what's the last thing you want to do when you're dealing with that? You don't want to cool down. So you put me out there 3-4 minutes and then I got to come out the game. Then I'm going to sit all this time. Then I come back in Zion seemed like the type of dude, man, you just got to let him play. You know what I mean? So if he could go out there and play 7-8 minutes straight, I don't know, man. I think the injury thing could look different because we talked about this for years.
Yeah,
how
but
they divvied up his minutes and how stupid
Right.
it is. And this is
But
the first
DC,
time I ever seen him change.
But he's
change
not.
that.
He's
Even
not.
if it's just to build up his trade value, I think it could be a possibility that maybe the injuries can reside a little bit.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I'm not.
He won't have to go up against the wall all the goddamn time with these stupid ass layups. He got a team.
Well, a part of that is his own fault because his game is undeveloped. Now he's a slasher. He'll dunk on your head, but he makes the game a lot harder for himself. In certain areas of the floor, Zion's not skilled with. Like we've been talking about a mid-range shot for whatever, man, and the guy simply doesn't have one. You know, and he's getting hurt all the time. And I'm like, man, listen, let's break this down commonsensically. Mm-hmm. Zion Williamson is not getting hurt at the table where he eating at every night. That's not what's going on.
Like Stephen A. right now.
I'm just saying, I'm saying he's not getting hurt at the dinner table.
He won't eat the table.
Or whatever. He getting hurt. He's getting hurt in the games. He gets knocked on his ass going up to the basket, trying to dunk on people or finish around the rim. He gets hurt during those type of plays. So the thing is, I was like, why don't this guy get this, man? That you're not as durable as you think you are. So change your game. If you don't have to live amongst the trees, bro. Develop a mid-range shot because they back up and literally barricade around the rim because they know where you're going. So develop a mid-range shot and start taking it. They're giving him 5 to 10 feet every time he's within that area. Why not take advantage of that? But nope, I got to go down here and get knocked on my ass and then stick out my hands to the referee who never gives you.
Come on, you can't act like you're not getting fouled, but
he is getting fouled, but he knows he's not going to get the great majority of those calls. We've been dealing with this for years.
And how long does it take you to adjust to? I think the fact that he's probably lost 25 pounds.
DC, it's cool, bro. I'm saying that.
I'm saying they put him as a different player, man. He doesn't look as impactful, trying to have people bounce off of him and just that style or brand of ball he play, man. He's definitely got to evolve it. He's got to evolve his game.
The man been in the league since 2019. That's all I'm saying. He been in the league since 2019. We been had Zion back. We've been repping for Zion and promoting for Zion and saying Zion got to do this, but Zion is not taking it like where you would think some of the greats would want to take it. Like you may mention in the same light.
You don't like what I say. What I say, I call him, and I say you look at Zion in a way, at least what he was, like the Shaq or Giannis. Giannis did develop a shot, but how long did it take him?
Oh my God!
How long did it take Giannis to develop a shot?
That's that's a different whole situation there, my brother.
I'm just saying it took Giannis like 6-7 years.
Yeah, I know that, DC, but they had other people that was working with Zion, like Coach Bud, with Giannis with Coach Bud was working with Giannis and understood for the Bucks to really take it to the next level that he had to take advantage of the area of the court where they was leaving them wide open.
I want to ask you this too.
So the Coach Bud had a thought process.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Stockton. We talked about this all the time, and I remember I pull up videos and pictures. They brought Stockton. They brought John Stockton in. Coach Bud brought Stockton in and helped Giannis work on his 3-point shot.
Q, what year was that? And how many times was Giannis hurt? Like, did he miss complete seasons?
Bro, what are we talking about here? Yeah, no, Giannis has some injury issues.
It's kind of hard to develop and evolve your game when you're not on the court. Is the point I'm getting to. But
man,
you ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong. I just don't think it's over for him. And all I'm pointing out is other stuff, different alternatives, basically just playing devil's advocate to shine a different light because I'm hearing everybody is pretty much, it's over for Zion. His career is over. And I don't see that at all. But even if he does get traded, I think Zion will be very good wherever he goes. But maybe it ain't to happen here. Maybe it's still a chance that it
We'll
could.
we'll see, bro.
Everything in the air. That's all I'm.
It's,
That's all I'm.
it is. It's nothing. It's
There's a
nothing
lot of different
solid right
turns
now.
where this shit could go right now. It's
Ain't
still
nothing. Ain't nothing solid right now. That's true. But at the end of the day, all we know is what we see. That Zion Williamson is not an available player. You can't build anything around him because he's constantly hurt, and that's the whole point. And he can't. Tonight he had 9 points, but other people was carrying the water. He's still rehabbing and getting back, and that's the bottom line. So the reality is he's making $39 million coming off the bench. And you're right. There could be other players the Pelicans move. They might feel like Zion might be a guy they keep around. We'll just have to see. But at the end of the day, for this upcoming season, let's get him healthy. Let's see if we can find a spot among the rest of the players that we have where it don't mess up the momentum. And let's keep putting this winning streak together so we can get back into the thick of the thing, man. That's all I care about.
And that's what's going on, man. For once in a very long time, Q, I think we're actually in a good spot as far as this situation is concerned. Whether this be to build his trade value, whether this be for him to continue with the team and show that he can fit with Fears, Trey, Herb, all these guys, Queen, whether you just pull the Band-Aid off and just move on. Like, we right at that fork in the road, but just like a fork, man, it's got about 4 or 5 different ways this shit could go.
It's true.
That's all I'm pointing out.
Now we can go in. You're right. You're absolutely right. And speaking of going in different ways, let's hit this one up. Let's go in this way and preview this upcoming matchup. This is coming up on December the 20th. The Pelicans, man, they taking on the Indiana Pacers. Now, DC, the Pacers are 6-21. They're not very good on the road. They're 1-11 on the road. Pelicans looking better and better each day. Let's discuss this matchup right here, bro. In a couple days, we welcome in the Pacers. Can the Pelicans get win number 4 in a row? Can we handle that?
Hell yeah, Q. Man, you weren't listening to me earlier? I told you our magic number is 4, Q. We always win 4 games in a row. That's what we do.
Okay, so we're not gonna get past 4 with Borrego.
Who we play after? Hey, that's what I'm gonna say. That's why I said the ghost of Willie Green is still.
We got Dallas, DC on. So Saturday is the matchup against. What?
Dallas, though. Like,
what is that, DC?
I was trying to do my impersonation of your boy Coming to America.
See, whatever you do was terrible, boy. Sound like you was catching a heart attack. I don't know what was going on with you, boy.
But look, anyway, look at the matchup indicator, Q. When have you ever seen this?
Oh man, I didn't even look at it, bro.
When have you seen this?
Oh, and by the way, listen, we got Dallas after Indiana on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. So,
that's in the Smoothie King Center. Indiana and Dallas in the Smoothie King Center, so we can't get 5.
Man, if we can, but I'm gonna know a lot if we get past 5 and 6. The ghost of Willie Green has been exercised. Willie
Green,
you
stop saying that, bro.
It's the truth, bro. It's the truth.
Bro, I don't want to hear nothing about Willie Green ever again, bro. Please.
Well, let's bury the hatchet, man. Let's win 2 in a row, and I ain't never got to say shit no more about Willie Green. What, 3 in a row?
3 in a row.
Willie Green never won more than 6 games in a row as a Pelican head coach. I don't think he's ever had a win streak longer than 6 games. And his famous special that he was served up when he was coaching at his absolute best was 4-game win streaks.
Right, right. That's as far as we can go.
James Borrego wins at least 5. That already puts him, 1 win under Willie Green's probably longest streak.
I just don't want. I'm just so happy with how the high IQ level, the team is playing right now, man. I think they can playing like this. I mean, they can beat anybody, man, playing like this. Because most of the teams, they're going to come into here and they're going to probably try to feel like they can disrespect the team. And it's not the same team we seen last week, right? I mean, this team here, man, they're playing with, with confidence. They you can see the fun. I mean, it's just all of the greatness of basketball, really great and good basketball that we love to see, the competitiveness, the high IQ. Fighting for stuff, great defense, blocking, all this kind of stuff, the coaching, the strategy. is back in the Big Easy right now, and I just want to see it continue. But the Pacers matchup is going to be interesting, DC, because we know they missing some key players, and they kind of really struggling this year. You can see their lineup right here with Nembhard and Mathurin and Siakam is on the team there. We know Obi Toppin is out, and we know Tyrese Halliburton is done for the entire year. You won't see him until next year. So, I mean, in 26, 27. But, yeah, this is a team, man, that got one away win, and the Pelicans starting to feel like they're feeling pretty comfortable in the Smoothie King Center, bro. So I have to agree with the matchup indicator, bro. I'm gonna have to say that and like I said about the Rockets game, I think that was a big fam. Listen, this tonight was a huge win, DC. Make no bones about it, bro. This was a huge win against the Rocket team. A lot of people thought the Pelicans was just gonna go in there and be. I was like, oh, this is strange because they got time off. They can prepare for this team, and they can really go after them. And I think they really surprised the Rockets, man. How gritty they were and how we get down, because the Rockets used to knocking and kicking the Pelicans around. This ain't the same team, Playboy. This team is here. They're going to compete with you, and they're going to let you know that you've been in the fight, and that's all we can ask for. And I think even though they do have some players, we think Mathurin and Siakam is good players. They got T.J. McConnell off the bench, and and all these other players. But I think that's not enough for a Pelican team, bro, that got everybody playing and everybody healthy except for DeJounte Murray. I just find you're going to have a hard time dealing with this club, man. Pelicans all the way.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. The Pacers are a shell of themselves without Tyrese Halliburton to be able to orchestrate the show. And did you see the arena tonight, man? Man, it was.
I know it's rocking.
It was on fire, man. They had half the goddamn Saints team in there. All them with all their jury on, sitting sideline. And man, when they got and put it within reach, in that fourth quarter, man, shit, they talking about we a football town, man. That shit, the people was in there with all the energy, bro. Borrego done brought the damn spirit back. It's worth going to see a Pelicans game, man. You're actually going to be able to wear Pelicans attire out in public, and it won't be embarrassing.
Yeah, it is a part of it, man. We just want you to play. We just want you to compete, man. And like I said, we're not out of the water, fam. We picked up win number 6 on the season. We still 6-22, so it's still a way to go. But man, a 3-game winning streak, and we just keep working one game at a time. And we could turn this thing around, DC. So Pacers, I think, all the way. Let me show you this, bro. This is the standings right now, currently.
It's a little too soon, man.
No, I'm gonna bounce back to y'all. I just wanted to kind of show you.
No, I'm just saying for the standings, like we're still at the bottom.
I know.
We got a little ways
actually, you actually got 6. I mean, that you see 6 wins with Sacramento, the Clippers, and
I know we still got one more. We got 2 more losses than Sacramento.
The Sacramento and one more than the Clippers. Yeah, but the Clippers are in free fall. Both Portland is on a 3-game losing streak.
They ain't got enough youth to shake back the Clippers.
And Clippers on a 5-game free. They're free falling right now.
Yeah.
So the Pelicans just we got a Pacer team. Like I said, we're gonna play hard. We want to win one game at a time. But you can see it in playing early on. 10-15 is where you are. So we got some winning to do, man. We got a ways to go to make it competitive, but like I said, one game at a time. You never can tell, man. We can climb up out of this damn cellar.
We need a hella fire win streak, or we need to. If we lose one, we need to immediately go on another win streak.
Yeah. No more losing streaks. We got to build. We got to have I would love to have like a 9 or 10 game. I know that's asking a lot, but a 9 or 10 game winning streak.
Well, how about this? Why don't you pull up the schedule and we could look at what could be possible.
Yeah, before I do that, you wanted to go. You wanted to keep talking about the Pacers, didn't you?
I mean, there ain't nothing to talk about, man. I think after this performance tonight, I hope they don't go in there with this mentality, but I see this game as in the bag because looking at that Rockets team, if they have the confidence that they can beat Houston, right? I know that they know they can beat the Pacers, and I already thought they knew that they could beat the Pacers. The Pacers don't want to win They're not playing for anything. We gave them their pick back. Like, they don't care.
Yeah, but they always play us tough though, bro. Regardless of who they got, Pacers play us tough.
That could be, the case. I'm not saying we're gonna blow them out, but I don't see how you beat Houston. Tonight we still got Zion and Jordan Poole on the bench, and they didn't have terrific performances. So it's just a thing of, I think they're just not good enough right now. The Pacers aren't good enough. We're fully healthy. You know what I'm saying? They're not. And we playing at home, and everybody's excited off of this win we just had. You're gonna have a game on a Saturday, part of the holiday season. People probably gonna go to the game, or at least the people that were in there tonight will still show up. I just don't see the Pacers winning, man. Everything's in the Pels' favor for them to be able to win this game. They would have to just completely look defunct and look like they forgot everything that they learned tonight to be able to not beat the Pacers. The Dallas game, that's a different story.
We got that, man. We got.
I'm not saying we don't for as Dallas. I'm just saying that's a different story. Way bigger challenge than the Pacers.
Bigger than the Houston challenge?
No.
Okay, there we go. All right, listen. Here go the schedule right here. You asked for. Here it goes. Like we mentioned, the Pacers Monday, Dallas. You got 9 games remaining in the year before we over with, man. Let me see. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games. Is it 7? Yeah, 7 games. 7 games before the end of the season.
Tough games in them, man.
Yeah, you do. You got, like I said, Dallas is going to be a fight. We got to go up to Cleveland. Then we come back home the day after Christmas. We got 2 matchups back to back against Phoenix. 2 of them back to back, the Friday the 26th and Saturday, December the 22nd.
And you know what, Q? I'm not gonna lie, man. Phoenix is a tough team, and I think the way that they're built, it's a difficult matchup for us. By them having just a variety of players they have, man, and the attitude that they got. Like, nobody expects Phoenix to do anything. But they actually did. Did they beat the Lakers? Had LeBron crying like a little baby.
Yeah, he was mad at your boy Dylan.
He wanted them.
Him and Dylan bumping into each other, all this kind of stuff.
If he on your team, you love him. If he not, you hate him, man. I don't like his tactics, but I can't act like they're not effective.
Yes, indeed. Because he hits threes, he gets in your head if you let him.
Get in your head, he talk trash, you know what I'm saying? He could back it up too. He's not a bad basketball player when he get away from the antics, but I don't really like him, but he's a good ball player, man. And what he does, it contributes to winning. So I think right there, those Phoenix matchups are tough. We already know Cleveland. I don't think I have to mention that. That's tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one now.
Dallas, we obviously can beat, but Cooper Flag has taken another step since we last played them, and we got to see how that's. Yeah, we have too. We got to see how that look. New York.
That's a future team. That's a future battle. Dallas and the young Pels team competing. Man, that's gonna be it's gonna be fun watching those games in the near future between those teams. Cooper is realized, and you see Fears and Queen out there battling with Peavy and all these other guys. Those games going to be exciting. Yeah, the Phoenix game, we'll see DC back-to-back matchups against Phoenix. And then a couple of days after that on Monday, you got New York, and that clears out.
That ain't an easy game at all.
Nope. New York
is probably just as hard as the Houston game.
Yeah, the New York team just won the Knicks just won the NBA Cup. They beat the Spurs?
Yeah,
they beat the Spurs. Sean this team.
We do get some medicine in the Chicago Bulls for whatever reason. We like beating them, so they the ones who kicked off our winning streak, right? And they gave us our first win under James Borrego as well. So we got a lot of good fortune with Chicago, man.
Actually, Portland. Well, yeah, I guess you could say kick off the winning streak because we won.
Portland is beyond the first of the year. I thought you was just stopping at the first of the year, but I don't see once we get past the double Phoenix in New York, man. I don't know, man. It's look
I
like
mean,
you
this
got a couple of more wins. You could. I'm not scared of Miami. The Lakers actually are a real problem. Atlanta's always an issue. Washington is Washington. Orlando is a problem as well as So you run into some challenges.
I'm not even studying that DC until we get the year flipped. I'm just looking at the December games and see if we can make it a December to remember and kind of clear this thing out, man. And, and get a 3-game winning streak, my brother, and getting it up to, I would love to see a 8+ winning streak. Like we can get up to, I know this is just thinking about it, but 8 to 9 games. And we totally can do that, bro, with the lineup we have, man.
We can, but you saying you going out on a limb and saying that's what's about to happen?
I'm saying this could happen. It ain't a limb to go out on. Your team is healthy. You only missing Murray. And the Pelicans' biggest problems right now is how to utilize, with letting Zion get healthy and playing off the bench is big because it powers the hell out of your bench.
Q said we back. We back.
I'm saying, man, we got the temperament. It's not just a foggy thought. It's actually you seeing it. You see the team, and even in some of the losses, fam, you can see them fighting. You can see some of it show. But now that they're winning, they're getting addicted to winning. Winning's addictive. You fight harder for the wins.
And they Borregos be giving them the off days and shit too when they win, man. I know they be wanting that.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. The winning is addictive, man. The team is gelling together after hardship, and now they're winning and they're feeling that winning energy, man. And they got all these players coming back, Jordan Poole and Zion. These guys were averaging what about almost 40 points coming off your bench, empowering your starters. I mean, come on.
We ain't got a break from them back to backs. I think they really needed that, man. But DJ is asking, do you see us trading Kevon Looney? Unless we putting him in a bigger trade, no, because at this point right now, who wants Kevon Looney and for what?
For nostalgic purposes, Golden State. I don't know. I don't think it's much for.
I don't think they can afford it for nostalgic purposes. They take on $8 million. I mean, Kevon Looney, I don't know if he still was banged up when we last saw him, but the reason Kevon Looney ain't playing is just because he just don't fit this team, man. As far as with Borrego here now, they pushing pace. And I always wondered, I was like, damn, we want to push pace and we pace. And I thought Kevon Looney was a good pickup because I'm looking at him.
Championship experience,
mentoring Queen and Carlo and stuff like that. But when they put him in the starting line, they say Kevon is helping too. I've heard even DeAndre say that when he did he did an interview, maybe 18 minutes long or so. But when they put him in the starting lineup, I was confused as hell. And we gonna push pace, Queen. I mean, Kevon Looney he's probably like 3 steps slower than Derek Queen. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not athletic enough to do what we want him to do. And I think, what he's shown here, I don't see a lot of teams wanting him to be able to trade him, man.
DC averaging 13 minutes a game, man, and 42% shooting, 12 minutes a game, less than 3 points, 4 rebounds right now. So I don't think it's much a market unless you throw him. He's a fill-in for a potential trade or something like that. I don't see much trade value for Kevon Looney, man. All right, let's get another couple of questions, DC. Then we'll kind of go.
Slim South said, "Don't let Grayson go off on us again."
Exactly.
We got to worry about the Jalen kid. I think is back now. So you worry about Grayson, man. You got a whole another monster. You got
things could change by the time we get to them, though, DC. I mean, you never know. I mean, that's a few games off.
Jalen Green. You got to worry about Devin Booker and the Grayson kid.
Yeah, that's 4 games away from here. I mean, we'll see what they look like going away from when we finally match them up. But like I said, we got both of those matchups, the back-to-backs in the Smoothie King Center. It ain't like we got to go anywhere. We got 3 games in how many days? In like 4 days? That'll be the gauntlet. That's like a little mini gauntlet. Friday, Saturday, and Monday. The Pelicans have 3 games within that time frame.
Does Borrego trust them enough to give them Friday off for them to play Saturday?
I don't know.
That starting lineup might need that day off, bro. They played
he got good depth.
They played like 20 straight minutes, man.
Yeah, they got good depth though, man. I mean, but yeah, you might be right on that, man, because of the overtime period. Yeah, you got to be able to kind of mix your lineup and balance it off where you can be able to have everybody as fresh as you need them. Because usually when you kind of over lean on them, they start seeing stuff start breaking out. But like I said, the great part about it is you got guys coming off the bench that play. You know, whether it's Jordan or Zion, Jose did really well off the bench. Now don't forget Peavy. Don't forget Mekovic. Mekovic, when he plays, he makes an impact running up and down the court, dunking on people. Bryce McGowan's. Don't forget Bryce McGowan's didn't see much action.
He's the one I'm saddest about with Jordan Poole coming back. Man.
Yeah, his minutes shrink
so well, and he lost minutes, and it's like, damn, like what do you do? Because he definitely didn't deserve to have his minutes cut, man. He was coming along, you know. And look what you just started.
Bucking eyes for Tasha. What you bucking eyes?
Look what you just started, man. My man up here.
What's up, T-Man?
T-Man, cool.
Basketball. The healthy Zion. Wow.
I ain't buying that shit.
That's sinking.
I ain't buying it. It's that ain't true. But if you want to say he got a bigger bag, score from more different levels than Zion, absolutely.
Yes, but Sadiq Bey, man. Like I said, man, I'm just with Joe Dumars bringing in Sadiq, and then you see Sadiq Bey and Herb Jones out there at the same time. Both of them guys, defense. Sadiq's game, offensive games ahead of Herb, in my opinion. But man, you just see smart basketball.
Herb defense is light years ahead of Sadiq's.
I ain't gonna say light years ahead, but
it was tonight.
Tonight, yeah, it was, yeah, tonight. But those two guys playing, man, their grittiness, the defense, the two-way ability of both those guys. You see Herb doing this thing, Sadiq doing this play. They're playing off each other. Herb in the mix, DQ. It's just, man, I can't. Obviously, I can't agree about that. I think Sadiq Bey has his own little issues injury-wise. He missed the entire season last year with it. But was Zion missing, like, I can't just flush his injury history, man. But the Pelicans have a team deep enough where they can, I guess, give Zion the kind of minutes where they can kind of eventually get him to catch up to whatever Borrego wants him to do. Missing a lot of time, he kind of falling back. But if he's comfortable coming, I think it's cool to have them come up off that bench. And like you said, if something happens where she has to shift to the lineup and it lines up correct, where he has the harmony with them in there, man, it's just an additive right there. But we need every asset, to be honest with you, for this year to kind of catch back, because I think that's the mentality of the team. They want to get back into it. The only way to do that is they got to stock a mean winning streak. We've been losing so much, they got to get on a winning streak. And I'm talking about one that's like 9 or 10 games to kind of shake back, to make it, to get back into the thick of things. They understand that. So it's a one game, man. We got to get on a big winning streak. Got to get like 9 or 10 of them jokers, man.
Right. And Trey on the podium tonight said, telling everybody to not give up on us. And he said,
yeah,
this is the potential I knew that the blender has. We're going to keep putting out a good product on the court. Like I said before, do not give up on us. I promise we will make you happy. This is words spoken from Trey Murphy's post-game speech tonight. I don't know if you want to play that before we get up out of here. But, yeah, man, I think it's a blessing in disguise for us with the Zion thing, man. We finally, you're in a situation where you have a coach that's intelligent enough to not worry about forcing him, in a place where it's obviously not time. You
All right.
know,
Well, everybody else
I think
doing it.
you could come along and it's gonna work itself out. You get in where you fit in, and I think ultimately it'll make the team a lot better, and it'll show other aspects of Zion's ability as a player. Because I'm looking back at him from Duke. When you think about it, man, about it now and everything that's transpired, maybe it was a reason RJ Barrett was taking all them damn shots. Because I was looking at it, I was like, man, what's this RJ Barrett dude doing? Give Zion the damn ball. But as time goes on now, he may be, that the number 2, 3 type guy. And that's kind of the position where he's supposed to be. Give you very dominant performances, but because of what you said, the injuries and the style of play, might be somebody you don't want to have to fully depend on every night. And if that's what's being figured out, there ain't no telling what decision they're going to make, you.
Well, DC, and the great part about it is whatever decision Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver make with this roster with Zion Williamson, just having them healthy and playing along, whether they building up enough to trade them or keep them and incorporate into what we got going on. The bottom line is that they have so many other assets that are playing well that they can take their time in helping that man get back to where he belongs. So that's the great thing about it. The depth of the team is showing, and we still got DeJounte Murray left to come back next year. So it's just going to keep turning and twisting. And like I said, shout out to Joe Dumars with this, man. Bryce McGowan's, PV, Queen, Fears, the trade that brought us Poole and Sadiq Bey. The DeAndre Jordan signing that was not so much big on the court, but so great in terms of his development on the young rooks. You can see how he's mentoring those guys. And even if he bringing in Looney not really giving us anything, but he is a guy that came from a culture of winning championships. And he is also talking to guys on the team. You can see him talking and breaking down stuff as well, having that temperament there. And it's just a lot of great things happening for the Pelicans. We just got to keep building. We got to keep building one win at a time and finish 25 strong. We finished 25 strong, man. 2026 is going to be interesting, man. Let's just keep going.
And I think they will, Q, because I know we've done a lot of losing, but just looking at the habits, the small things they're doing, Zion coming off the bench, Jordan Poole coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We got 2 rookies in the starting lineup. We're turning the ball over under 15 times a game since James Borrego has been here.
Dog, you hit 86% from the foul line tonight on 8 free throw attempts, I want to say.
They look like a totally different team offensively, even before guys start coming back from injury. So you're seeing a lot of, to me, habits and signs that it's different. Now, what the different gets us, who knows? But it ain't the same old pals. It ain't the same old shit. They've taken to what Borrego's is putting out, man. And we in for a ride, man. So as we expected, this season will definitely be an exciting one, man. It's full of all types of ups and downs. And as you can see right now, it ain't over till it's over.
A lot of games left. Pelicans showing a lot of fight, man, and this is what we love, man, getting a good win. And Sean continue to try to pull Cole on the rocket on that. Your time coming, brother. We're going to see you.
I remember they was garbage for a long time, Q,
Yeah, right.
I understand,
Yeah, we were kicking them down the stairs and everything, man. Now they got a couple of wins. Now, yeah, we'll see you in a little bit, my brother.
He was a little nervous when Zion dunked on Wemby earlier this season. He was a little nervous.
They're gonna turn Wemby into a ladder. Pretty much everybody gonna start dunking on Wemby.
And you were about us over here, man. Wemby ass be getting hurt a lot. You know that, right, Sean?
Dude is a large folding chair, bro. Of course he gonna get hurt, man. What you gonna do?
You might want to be quiet, bro. Just let it play out, man.
But shout out to Sean and Tasha, man. Shout out to their squad, man. Their squad is the top team in the Southwest right now. They're 19-7 on a 4-game winning streak, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves. So y'all keep on doing what y'all do. Congratulations to y'all, man. I don't want to make them. They deserve it, man. They got, San Antonio wasn't looking too good. They did some trades, some moves, and now they're the bell ball right now. They running the Southwest. Congratulations to them. We'll see you on the. We'll see you soon, brother. We'll see you soon. All right, Sean said, we beat y'all with. Oh, come on, bro. It's coming, brother.
You won't pay tit for tat, bro. If you go look at our,
I ain't going tit for tat.
Who we lost and all. We had a lot of people missing too when y'all beat y'all. What's your point?
They don't remember that though. They don't remember that.
You don't want to look at it one side.
All right. So anyway, with that being said, I want y'all to do me a service, man. Please hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button if you listen on X and anywhere else. Please retweet. Again, Pelican Postgame Report in the building, man. Pelicans, man, tonight. Right now, I just love this win. The 3-game winning streak is off the chain. We got the Indiana Pacers coming up soon in a couple of days, man. Saturday, 6 p.m. Tip-off time in the Smoothie King Center Central Time, that is. And we're going to see the Pelicans, man, go for 4 straight, man, in this thing, man, as they continue to build and make it a December to remember, ending out and finishing strong for 2025. Let's make it happen. All right, so with that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and me and DC will see you on the flip side. Much love. Peace. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the whotdatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the whotdatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.